Happy Sunday, everybody. Steve Ritter here, checking in from the new Ritter mobile command post in a different location here in Abu Dhabi. Back to that Holiday Inn downtown I stayed at before back in April and May, and wanted to move back here because it's got a kitchenette, so I can get back in the kitchen. I was planning to fire something up today for my dinner. Can't wait, and I'll post that video here soon, maybe before this one posts. We'll see. But I wanted to talk today. I hope you having a great Sunday. I wanted to talk today a little bit about faith and about prayer, and I was thinking about this a lot. I used to struggle. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I always a lot of the I hate to pigeonhole everything and to talk about it, but the prosperity preaching and things like that, and I get the gist of it. I just what always was a little unsettling to me was just it seemed like it didn't allow for the fact that sometimes things we pray for and ask for maybe is not the best thing for us, and I would take half a step back from that and go, well, if you're in the Word and you're in tune with God's Spirit, and your heart is right, that you would ask for the things that you should ask for. I get that, but I don't know that a lot of people catch that part. So follow along with me here. The gist of this, I'm not doubting that God can do anything, and certainly He created the world. And I apologize if this is a bit of a stream of consciousness discussion, but I always try to wrap my mind around these things and understand as much as somebody can. But I think about that. I think about the things we pray for and ask for, and what, and we have faith, and we ask these things like Jesus said, you pray and believe, and you ask this mountain to be lift up and be removed into the ocean, and it will. Faith is a mustard seed, and having faith that you can ask these things, and that God will do it, and the promises and everything else, and I believe that. But I wonder sometimes if God's, as a loving father, goes, ooh, you sure? Oh, what happens? God answers prayer. I believe that. Every prayer. Sometimes it's no. Sometimes that answer is no, I think. And I just, in Job 11:7-9, and this is what I kind of keep coming back to, is this is God talking to Job. Can you fathom the mysteries of God? Can you probe the limits of the Almighty? They are higher than the heavens above. What can you do? They are deeper than the depths below. What can you know? Their measure is longer than the earth and wider than the sea. And God's ways are so much higher. Well, this is actually Zophar the Naamathite talking to Job, but he's got a point. I mean, how much higher are God's ways than our ways? And is it possible that something we really want and really pray and really believe for is not the right thing for us? I know in my life that's been the way it's been many times. I remember in particular there was a job that I wanted, and I wanted to fly. I wanted to. I was an instructor at Altus at the schoolhouse with C-17s, and I wanted to go over to Stanaval, which was like the pinnacle of experience of you were setting the training standards. You were evaluating the training standards, and that was like the pinnacle of flying, of the perception of everything else that you were as a pilot was you're the one that evaluated everybody else. And I wanted to do that, and and I prayed for that, believed for that, and that's really what I wanted to do. And then this was in December of 2000, and then there was a trip that the Stanival guy at the time was going out to California from Oklahoma. He was going out there for a Stanival conference, and for the C-17, and I get a call like, hey, we want you to go too. And we're out there talking, and it was pretty much known I was being groomed to come up and do that job too. And so I thought everything was on track, and I was praying for it. I was pretty excited about it. And then, because in my mind, I wanted to do that job, and then I wanted to, and then I was going to come up on the end of my commitment. I was looking at getting out and going fly for the airlines. That was the plan. And that's what I wanted to do. And I prayed for it, and I believed, and it looked like it was going to happen. And then right after the new year, my boss calls me in and says, hey, we're looking to move you to a different job. And I'm like, okay, here it comes. And they said, we want you to go do this completely different job at a completely different office, doing something completely different. It was mostly a desk job. It was not flying. I would continue to fly, usually like once every couple of weeks or once a week. But I'm like, I was floored. And looking back now, that was probably the best thing that could have happened for me at that point in time. I mean, the job I got to go up and do, and the things I was able to do, and it really helped me realize what I loved about the Air Force, what I had value, what I valued, what I felt like I contributed the most to was that line of work. And it changed everything. It changed my career and everything else. I decided I realized that I liked what I was doing in the Air Force, and I didn't particularly want to go fly for the airlines, and it changed everything. And would I have known that if I had gone up and gone and done that other job? No. So that was an answered prayer. That was no, you're going to go do this. And it was, I look back at my life, and it is clear all the times that God sent me in a different direction than what in my wisdom at the time thought was the best one, and it is. And so that gives me faith too, that I ask for something, I ask God for something, and I pray and I believe, but I always caveat that now with, Lord, but I trust you, and if you have a different way for me to go, I'm all for it. And I do, and it's that weak faith. No, that the faith I have is that the steps of the righteous man are ordered by God, and I have faith in that. And if what I think is the wise way at the time is not the way, then I trust the Lord that He's going to steer me the right way. That's faith, and that's what I believe. That He's a loving Father that cares about us, cares about the way we go, and that's what I believe. So anyway, I just it was a bit of a stream of consciousness discussion today, but it just moves me to think about that, and that God cares about us that much, that He cares about our lives that much, and He does, down to the smallest detail. He loves you and cares for you about everything. So anyway, I hope this was an encouragement to you. Leave a comment. Let me know. You guys add so much color and to the comments, and so much meaning, and I read them all, and I appreciate it. I don't answer all of them, but I read all of them, and I appreciate you very much. So we'll see you next time. Recipes coming. Hang on. More's coming. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day.